If you remember the ep, you probably also remember that Herb is an automobile tycoon, and he lets Homer design a car so stupid that it kills the company and ruins his life.
I'm ruined!
It's got fins and bubble domes, and the horn plays La Cucaracha.
I want a horn here, here, and here. You can never find a horn when you're mad. And they should all play La Cucaracha.
And do, Mr. S.
And I'm pretty sure it releases the dogs or the bees in their mouths. When they bark, they shoot bees at you. Car sucks, guys.
Any questions?
The Homer was probably inspired by a couple of famously failed cars, but the one that I think best matches its specific vibe is Buckminster Fuller's Dymaxion car, which looked like, well, let's be honest, a green turd. A nice, firm, well-rounded turd, the turd of a vigorous and healthy person, but a turd nonetheless. If you've heard of Buckminster Fuller, it's probably as the guy who invented the geodesic dome, or a random name on one of the headstones in the intro sequence of Treehouse of Horror 3. Fuller was an inventor, philosopher, and futurist with big Professor from Futurama energy. He dreamed big and he built wacky. He also loved to make up long and stupid words like tensegrity and omni-interaccommodative, which is funny because his whole thing was about efficiency, trying to do more with less. As part of that effort, Buckminster developed both the Dymaxion house and Dymaxion car. Dymaxion being a mashup of the words dynamic, maximum, and tension. Really? I would have gone with Nemamunten, but that's just me. The car only had one back wheel and was made in the most aerodynamic shape available at the time, out of strong, light aluminum sheeting. Notably, the back wheel could turn a full 90 degrees.
You're describing how to parallel park.
Making it much easier to parallel park or turn on a dime. That's actually a feature a bunch of old cars had that they should totally bring back. Even more notably though, the Dymaxion car was intended to eventually form the core of a system of attachments that would allow it to turn into a boat or plane at the user's whim. That part of the project never got off the ground. I would say no pun intended, but we both know it was, which is the only time people usually say that. Fucking liars! Although the Dymaxion car was a big hit at the 1933 World's Fair, the theme of which was a century of progress. Other successful exhibits that year included an incubation room where the public was invited to roam around and gawk at strangers' babies, a blackface minstrel show, and a midget city, employing 60 of what I can only imagine are the surliest little people ever assembled in a non-Oz context. A Noz text.